and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
Brad, today I want to do a video on the 7-minute back pain workout.
7 minute?
Yep. I just picked it out random. I just thought it was a cool number.
Seven's a good number.
Yeah, seven's a good number.
It's complete.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the exercises that I do daily to prevent back pain, but also you can do a lot of these if you're having run-of-the-mill back pain.
Sure.
Some of these aren't going to be appropriate for your spondylolisthesis, spondylolisthesis. But
I'll chip in.
You'll chip in, and so we'll go ahead and get started here. Well, before we start, Brad, why don't we do our little spiel here? If you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We got a subscribe button over here on the left-hand side, your right side.
Usually it's down there.
Yeah.
It's a nice spiel.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
And we upload videos every day on how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free.
Excellent.
All right, first thing, you're going to want to warm up a little bit before you get your, can you get me, Lonnie? I know when I stand up.
If you miss his head, that's fine. It's good therapy for the viewers.
So just marching in place, but while you march in place, Brad, I like to do these.
Sure.
Shoulder squeezes.
Yep.
Because these shoulder squeezes, you're starting to strengthen the muscles here.
Back here.
Yeah. And those are good for your posture.
You bet.
The more you do this, the more this pulls you back.
Opens up the posture. You can breathe better. Everything works better.
All right. So then we're going to go into something which you probably wouldn't think would be for your back, but you're going to do a calf stretch.
Okay.
So you can do a stretch. There's a lot of different ways, right, Brad? You can stretch this way. Yeah.
First thing we do is put our butts to the viewers all the time here, like that. Stretching
you can take
that
a belt
leg.
and just grab off the bottom of the forefoot. Can you see that, Lonnie? And you're going to pull toward you like this.
Yeah, give them a little profile view there.
Like that?
Yep, that's nice. Getting that stretch right here, working those calf muscles.
The more the calves are stretched out, the easier it's going to be for you to lift correctly.
Right.
If you don't have the mobility in your ankles, when you're bending forward like this, you're going to have trouble keeping your back straight.
Right.
You're going to do more things like this, which is going to be bad for your back.
Yeah, we could go through the body mechanics, but that'd take too long. Just believe us.
You want to do a hamstring stretch laying down, Brad?
Sure.
The hamstrings, connect into the back, up into the pelvis, and if they're tight, they're going to pull on your pelvis and round you out. So this is just a good old stretch to do, and his back is supported, so we don't have to worry about hurting the back.
Right.
A lot of people tend to want to do it like this, bending forward like this.
I personally like that because it's easier and faster, but this is nice because it really eliminates any potential for stressing your back.
Injury. Yeah. Right.
Feels pretty good too, especially with a belt like this.
All right, let's move on.
As a matter of fact, Bob, we got a video coming up we're going to do in a little bit on calf stretching and all the details, all the options, even more than what we have.
All right, well, stay tuned, folks.
Absolutely.
All right, next one. Now we're going to actually start doing some back stuff, Brad. I'll do the first one here.
Sure. He always gets to do the first one.
I do. I grew up in a family of 11 kids, and I was number 4, so I didn't get to be number 1 on anything. All right, this is a good one to do right away, just to warm things up in the back, and just gentle, what we call trunk rotations.
Yeah.
You're turning your leg, but you're turning the back also.
All right, you think about gluing the shoulders down to the table and watch the hip comes up here, which gets that low back, a gentle stretch. I call them windshield wipers with my patients because everyone can relate to that.
Oh, that's a cool idea. But
yeah, it's fun.
The thing with this, Brad, is if you have a painful direction, let's say it hurts this way, avoid that one to start off with. Just work the other direction.
Pain-free range of motion.
And then eventually you can go really wide here, and eventually you could even give it a little stretch here if you want.
Sure. That would be like putting the windshield wipers on high mode.
There we go. The analogy continues. All right. This is, I think, one of the key ones, Brad, and I better do this one too because this isn't good for you, is trunk extensions.
Sure.
So,
thank you.
Throughout the course of your day, I can guarantee you most of us are spending a lot of time bent forward like this when you're lifting or when you sit and you slump. So as a counter to that, as the opposite of that, we want you to bend your back in the opposite direction. So this one, with the exceptions of, again, people who have spondylosis or spondylolisthesis or spinal stenosis.
Right, those two are the big ones.
3. You're not going to want to go this way. But everybody else, I'd like to see you doing some of these. I do these, I'd say 3 times a day, Brad.
Really?
Yep.
You lay down on the floor always, or you
I
just
lay
standing
down.
ones?
I lay down on the floor.
Okay.
And I do these. So hands below, and if you haven't done these before, just start working your way up. Again, everything's going to be pain-free that we're doing here today.
Right.
So if this hurts, you know, you need to start off very slowly or very slow, small oscillations. there.
Right, very gentle. And
So
if you haven't done these before and you do 10 or 10 of these, you might get some sore muscles. Or
you might consider that's exactly.
I've had many patients come back and say my back feels good, but my shoulders are sore.
Strangest thing is I had a Marine, a former Marine do these, and he got so sore.
Really?
He was really skinny though, and he didn't look like a Marine.
Oh,
but
I wouldn't say that. We might have some.
I know, but I mean, he didn't look like a Marine. What can I say? So eventually you can work your way up like this, Brad, and you can even put your hands back a little further and even stretch up even further.
Sure.
Always keeping the pelvis down. Don't be
Right,
lifting the
that's
pelvis
a
up
good
like
point.
this.
Glue that down.
So
Do that again, Bob. You really got good.
Yeah, I got good motion because I do these a lot.
Yeah, he's got really good range of motion there. If I tried to do that, I'd be sore for a week
Yeah.
with
So
spondylolisthesis.
again, if you only have time to do one exercise, this would be it, Brad.
Sure.
I mean, this is the key one out of the whole program, I would say. All right, where are we at, Brad? Number, foam roller. This is good for the mid-back.
Yeah, yeah. Grab the blue one, Bob.
The blue one, these
Yeah,
are
it's
nice.
pretty.
Yeah, these are really nice.
And it's a little bit soft. This one's the density is a little less.
A little less dense.
It's a medium dense,
Yeah.
and it feels better, especially on the
wanna
mid
do
back.
this one or not?
Oh yeah, I'll never say no to foam rolling my back. And I like to do this particularly if I've been working on the computer because I have a hard time keeping my posture because I need to get some different glasses. But anyways, an hour on the computer and I do this and I get at the cavitator crack every time, and boy does it feel good.
Yeah, I do this one probably once a day at least.
The only thing with this one is, with me anyways, and most people, you're probably not going to go to your
Low
lumbar
back,
spine.
no, it doesn't feel good.
Right.
I can tell you that already. If you don't have a foam roller, you can just find a chair with a good solid back like
Yeah.
this, Brad, and you can put a towel down, and you can just stretch over the back of it like this.
This is another one I do at the computer
Yeah.
before I get to the foam roller.
So this is, again, more of a mid-back one. All right, let's go into some strengthening, Brad.
Sure.
You can throw a couple pillows down, and you can do this on the floor, you can do this on the bed, but you might have to talk. I don't know if people will be able to hear me. I think.
Well, here, get your mic up. Actually, it works good if you point your head down a little bit.
So we're in this direction here, and now you can work your
ahead.
your mid back or back for strengthening. And you're going to start off with just thumbs up like this, making a Y.
It's like you're doing a hitchhiker up high.
I'm keeping my head down. I can put my head on a towel or something if I need be.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Like this. I'm going to put it
Okay.
like this, and
These
then you
muscles
can
right in here are really going to town right now.
then you can make a field goal and go up like that. You showing them, Brad?
Oh yeah, believe me, I showed it.
And then a reverse Y with my palms down.
Palms down. So you're actually working different muscle groups in the back, the upper traps, mid traps, lower back traps, and there's some other ones in there I'm not going to get into. What's the next one, Bob?
Next one is
Great for posture, by the way.
this is a more advanced one. I do this one. This
Okay.
is a quadruped position.
Ooh.
I go opposite arm, opposite leg.
Watch out, you're hitting Leopold.
I'm kicking Napoleon there.
Napoleon, sorry about that.
So I actually do it this way, Brad. I do repeats
Oh, that's
like
a little
this,
more aggressive.
and then I do the other side repeats like this.
And you're getting oblique muscles, the erector spinae, the hips, the shoulder. This is really a nice exercise.
Yeah, it's a good one to do.
I call it the pointer dog.
Yeah, that one fits. Well, you got lots of names, don't you, Brad? For
Well,
all these
I
things
like
here.
names.
All right, where are we at now? Oh, now we're going to get into a little abdominal workout,
Oh,
Brad.
good. My favorite.
Down. So, bridging is good.
Yep.
And then you can even do some kickouts like this.
Right. And really, this is a much harder than it looks. Bob's making it look easy, but if you've never done this before, chances are you may not be able to go on one leg like that.
Right.
easily.
You may have to just start doing these to
Right,
start off with.
exactly.
And then you can do what we call a pelvic tilt. And you kind of flatten the back. So if I have my hand here, I'm squeezing. I'm
Right. If you look at his belt, you can see go ahead, Bob. Do it. There you go. And come back. So the belt tilts this way, the whole pelvis tilts.
Yeah, I'm flattening my back against so it'd be supported. And then when you're in this position, you can start doing, you can do kickouts like this.
Right.
You can do touches like this.
Now, when I do this with a patient, I literally put my hand underneath here and I tell the patient, I can feel if their back arches up, and I say, squeeze the back down.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do that if you've never done it before.
Right. And then you can even do flutters like this, Brad.
That looks like a flutter, Bob.
Yep.
Flutter kick. No, it is really a tough one on the stomach.
All right.
Good strengthening.
The final thing I'm going to have you do, which may seem a little strange, is some standing, some squats with a little weight.
Sure. Yep.
Just doing some of these. It's you're working the back also, and you're kind of preparing functionally for tasks. So
Sure.
it's going to train your back to lift correctly.
Right, exactly.
So-
So, that posture. Look at Bob's holding his chest out, chin in, shoulders back. He's got an anterior tilt
And
on
you can
his-
even do some lunges like this too, Brad, because it's the same thing. When I'm going to go lift something, what am I going to do? Lift like this.
Right.
So it's just a good training thing. We're running out of time, Brad.
Yeah, Bob,
So
these people are getting bored. We got to get off the air.
remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except,
A broken heart.
there you go.
But we're going to fix it eventually.
Say no more,
All
Bob.
right, thanks.